trade with Canada and the European Union and finalized a deal.
President Trump and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer signed off on a new trade agreement intended to cap tariffs on British imports and open UK markets for American farmers.
Fair deal for both. Going to produce a lot of jobs, a lot of income.
The president says many more trade deals are on the way. Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney says he and President Trump agreed to trade talks to reach a deal within a month.
We have different concepts. I have a tariff concept. Mark has a different concept, which is something that some people like.
Representatives of the European Union are also here, another key U.S. trading partner looking to avoid higher tariff rates. In Calgary, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Members of Congress will get a security briefing today after the weekend shootings in Minnesota left a state lawmaker and her husband dead and a state senator and his wife wounded. Police say the accused gunman, jailed on state and federal murder charges, had a list of many other Democratic lawmakers as potential targets. On Wall Street, stock futures are falling before today's trading and before a new report on the economy, retail sales for May. In the NBA Finals, another win for Oklahoma City.
The Pacers cut an 18-point deficit all the way down to 2 points with 8.5 minutes to play. In Game 1, Indiana erased a 15-point deficit in the fourth quarter and won by 1 point. Last night, after the Pacers got within 95-93, Oklahoma City outscored Indiana 25-16 the rest of the game to win by 11, 120-109, and go up 3 games to 2 in the NBA Finals.
That was honestly the same exact game as Game 1, to be totally honest. So learning through these finals, that's what makes the team good. And I thought we were able to do that, and we were able to collectively get stops and win the game.
Jalen Williams of the Thunder with ABC after he scored 40 points in Game 5.
That's Jared Max. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Tuesday morning, KURV faithful. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV. I'm Zach Cantu in for Sergio Sanchez today. We got temperatures in the mid-70s right now. Very, very nice. Here's what's happening in the news today. City of McAllen celebrating the completion of a new drainage project. Officials cut the ribbon on the regional detention facility yesterday. The facility will collect runoff from the areas on the north side of the city to help prevent flooding during severe weather. The facility is the last of 18 projects authorized under the 2018 bond election. A farm in McAllen recalling cucumbers that may have been contaminated by salmonella. Fuentes Farms says that the cucumbers were distributed by vendors at flea markets in McAllen and Alamo areas. The boxes with the Fuentes Farms label were part of lot number 357. So anybody who bought cucumbers with that lot number between May 31st and June 3rd is urged to discard the product or return it for a refund. The FDA investigating the cause of the salmonella contamination. Onto the audio soundboard. Southwest Airlines adding new technology to help keep pilots and passengers safe.
The Dallas-based airline says nearly all of its 800 planes now have a cockpit alert system that warns pilots if they're lining up on the wrong runway or taxiway. It delivers both verbal and text alerts, aiming to prevent the kinds of near misses that have raised concerns at airports in recent years. Southwest says the upgrade is part of its ongoing commitment to flight safety.
There soon might be a third candidate in the race for U.S. Senator John Cornyn's seat. The Republican incumbent already facing a challenge from Attorney General Ken Paxton in the GOP primary next March. Cornyn, in some polls, which some people have already called out to be biased, trailing Paxton by double digits. But Paxton's history of being indicted and impeached has some establishment GOP groups worried that he might lose the election. The third man in this particular race, U.S. Representative Wesley Hunt of Houston. Looks like he may throw his hat in. Hunt being a pro-Trump military veteran. He's African-American, so he may be appealing to the growing numbers of black Republicans. Data from the Occupational Safety and Health Administration says Texas led the nation in workplace deaths last year. There were 58 deaths on the job in Texas in 2024, more than in any of the other states. California came in second. Analysts say that the high death toll in Texas may have to do with the rapidly growing economy, especially in high-risk industries like energy, construction, and logistics. In addition, Small subcontractors operating on slim profit margins may cut corners when it comes to compliance with the OSHA rules. It's 8 minutes after the hour. It is AccuWeather time. This hour's AccuWeather forecast made possible by Martin Farm and Ranch. Purina Feed, ladies and gentlemen. It's the best, and that's why Doug at Martin Farm and Ranch carries it. He's a certified dealer, and he's got great deals going on all the time. So go say howdy to Doug at Martin Farm and Ranch. We're saying howdy to Jeff Nordine from AccuWeather for your
Howdy.
forecast. Howdy to these triple-digit numbers, Jeff.
Yeah, howdy and auf Wiedersehen, because, get it out of here. I know I didn't quite say that right, but I'm close enough. Everyone knows what I mean.
We don't speak that in Texas, though, but I understand the sentiment.
Exactly. Yeah, it's going to be gone after tomorrow. We're going to see temperatures cool off into the mid to upper 80s, low 90s. Some spots still looking at the mid 90s for Thursday. And this is because winds shifting a little bit and also showers and thunderstorms for Thursday into Friday. We also have some more that are going to linger Saturday and Sunday. So it is going to be a little bit of a hit or miss weekend. And as far as outdoor activities go, if you have any plans, just kind of make sure you're monitoring the weather. It's not a washout weekend by any stretch.
How's Texas travel today?
Excuse me, Texas travel's not bad today and tomorrow for Dallas. It's dry and sunny, temps in the mid-90s. Houston could see a couple spotty thunder showers, low 90s there. And then today and tomorrow for San Antonio, mid-90s with generally sunny skies.
Let's talk about Tropical Coverage 2025, made possible by McAfee Insurance, Lee's Pharmacy, and Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC.
Well, the Atlantic is quiet once again, really not looking at anything at this point for the next few days. Again, our dates are June 19th through the 20th. That's where we could see something come across Mexico from the eastern Pacific. And speaking of, we have Tropical Storm Eric, which is expected to get to Category 2 hurricane status on the west side of Mexico this time Thursday morning. So we're going to keep an eye on that and see where that goes, because that's the system that could shift across Mexico and make it into the Gulf.
That's the big yikes, Jeffy.
The big yikes.
We're already on E.
The Pacific is, yeah. The Atlantic, I don't even know if we've had an A yet.
Interesting. Oh, wait a second. I didn't know that. So it's two alphabets for two different parts of the planet?
Yeah, well, the planet, the oceans, yeah. Each ocean has their own names.
I did not know that. I thought they shared the names for both of the oceans. That's fascinating.
Hurricane names. Let me see what we got. 2025. So the Atlantic, we have Andrea, Barry, I'm guessing Chantal, Chantal, Dexter, and Aaron. Those are the first five of the Atlantic. Andrea, Barry, Chantal, Dexter, and Aaron.
So what about the Pacific?
The Pacific, oh boy, now you're really testing me here. I got this though. Trust me, I got this. Pacific is Alvin, Barbara, Cosme, Dahlia, and Eric.
Okay, interesting pool for both oceans here.
And again, that's the first, 5. So there's plenty more, and I could spend, 10 minutes reading them all off.
It's fine. I'll take your word for it. I didn't know or realize that there were two different alphabets for both of the oceans. It's just it's fascinating to me. It's a little fun fact there. Tropical Coverage 2025, made possible by McAfee Insurance, Lee's Pharmacy, and Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC. Jeff, before you go, quickly, current conditions for South Texas. What's happening right now?
South Texas, we're at 79 in Brownsville. Clear skies there. McAllen's at 76. Also showing clear skies. Harlingen and Weslaco, just a little bit of cloud cover. 73 to 76. And we're clear in Edinburgh at 73.
Thank you very much. That's Jeff Nordine from AccuWeather joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. It's 12 minutes after the hour on the Valley's Morning News. Texas Dreamers in the U.S. illegally fighting back to receive the in-state tuition lost after an agreement was struck between the Trump administration and the Attorney General of the mighty Republic of Texas, Ken Paxton. This is TSN's Chris Fox with more.
A coalition of undocumented immigrants, which had been receiving in-state tuition under the Texas DREAM Act, is now hoping U.S. District Judge Reed O'Connor will allow their attorney to defend the newly revoked state law in court. something Attorney General Paxton did not do. Fernando Nunez of the Mexican-American Legal Defense and Educational Fund is their attorney.
We're asking Judge O'Connor for him to let us into the case so that we can file an appeal with the Fifth Circuit.
Nunez says his clients were brought to the U.S. as children and shouldn't be penalized.
They don't get the benefits that U.S. citizens get. They don't qualify for, federal tuition assistance.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV. Valley's Morning News for Tuesday. And coming up next on the program, we get an update from South Texas College, graduation numbers, new programs, and the Valley Promise program. It's coming up next on News Talk 710 KURV.
Protect your liver and give it the support that it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or Amazon, or newnordicusa.com.
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you at mynewtractor.com. That's their website, mynewtractor.com. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
Charlie Kirk here, host of The Charlie Kirk Show. Join me as we dive deep in the headlines and challenge the narrative and uncover the stories that matter to you. Weeknights starting at 8 on News Talk 710 KURV.
You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Tuesday. You're home for Houston Astros baseball. Astros, game number 2 against the A's, happening tonight. 8:35 Astro Lunch. First pitch about a half hour after that. You're home for Astros baseball, made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and Mission Economic Development Corporation.
Welcome to the program, Dr. Rodney Rodriguez.
Hey, Sergio. Good morning.
Vice President of South Texas College. And I was telling Rodney, man, next time I'm going to get you in sooner because we've been piling up the news stories to catch up with. Let's start with graduation. Some of the numbers for graduation. What comes to mind?
Wonderful. So we had a huge graduation turnout. We had over 3,800 graduates. We had 5 graduation ceremonies, 3 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. We graduated around 1,400 dual credit students, and the rest were all traditional.
Yeah.
So we were incredibly excited. It was just a phenomenal turnout, and the families couldn't be happier.
All of them over at Bird Ogden.
At Bird
right?
Ogden Arena, yes. And we continue to increase and graduate more students. So we're very proud of our.
What did you say, 1,400 dual credit?
1,400 dual credit with all our partner school districts that are in the dual
And some
credit
of them
program.
are actual like certifications and skills where they've entered the workforce for whatever. It could be welding or something else or technology, computers.
Absolutely. And also graduating with a 2-year degree, associate's degree.
Yeah.
So already before they even get their high school diploma, they're getting an associate's degree.
Okay, let's see if we can put on record some of the new programs. Let's see, you broke ground on a new continuing education campus here at Pecan. So tell me about that.
Pecan Aware. So over 20,000 square foot facility to house our continuing education programs. Everything from legal, the assistant legal program. We have continuing education for certifications in real estate, in just different areas that we see a demand here in the Rio Grande
And these are
Valley.
present programs that you provide. It's just they're going to be
yes.
housed in a much bigger facility.
That roof. And they'll be able to do testing there as well.
Okay.
And so we'll be able to house many, many more programs there. So we're really excited about it. It's in a great location, close to campus. So we'll be able to utilize that space
And based on the trade or certification, there might be some laboratories there as well.
Labs,
for testing and
yes.
things like
Testing,
that.
yes, definitely. And one of the good things about continuing education is that we provide our GEDs. We provide different industry needed programs here in the Rio Grande Valley because we can customize any type of certification program or program that is needed to be able to be offered at South Texas College.
South Texas College Vice President Dr. Rodney Rodriguez in the studio. The next one is West Loco in Weslaco. heavy. They love me at the chamber.
I
say
know,
that.
no,
Okay.
Weslaco is an amazing city. Yes.
A big hello to Mayor Adrian over in Weslaco. Heavy equipment training that the
equipment
city
training.
of Weslaco needs.
Absolutely. So South Texas College answered the call. Well, our trustees are so supportive of these types of programs, and the mayor met with our staff, and we created a customized heavy equipment operator training program that will be beginning next month.
And it will not only exclusive to Weslaco, but anyone who shows up gets the heavy equipment certification training.
Absolutely.
They can get a gig anywhere.
Absolutely.
Any city, county that
anywhere.
needs it.
And
Okay.
and they become the trainers too. So they can train their staff, and it just goes on, and they're able to utilize those certifications accordingly.
The big enchilada is the expansion of Starr County, the campus and training. So what can you tell me about that?
Just amazing.
Yeah.
It was just yesterday actually. We opened a facility there, a brand new facility, over $1 million investment, but it will offer HVAC, automotive, welding, new bays, new equipment for our great students
Excellent.
in that region and the surrounding areas. We had a great turnout. Ryan Guillen was there, which was great. Our trustees were there, and definitely just an incredible turnout of support from our elected officials and our partners over there in Rio Grande City.
What is overall Weslaco, Rio Grande City, McAllen, the industrial thing south of the city? How many Wetcos, how many students do we have in the system?
Wow.
Including the ballpark figure.
Yeah.
Including high school. Musselman, how many students do you have at
Well,
the South Texas College
we,
system?
right now we have traditional students. We look around, 20,000.
20,000.
And then we have our dual credit comes in at around 15,000, 16,000. So we have 36. Plus,
Wow, okay.
we have another 14,000 through our continuing education. So yeah, we're up there in numbers.
Which would explain the numbers. At a recent get-together, a chat related to education, Dr. Solis participated. He was limited on time. You tell him he can come over to the radio station, bring a script with him.
Wonderful, I will.
I think he said that at any given time in the Valley, we have about 70, 80,000 people going to college, getting educated in South
that's
Texas.
true.
And you guys seem to almost have the lion's share, you and UTRGV.
Yes,
divide that.
yes,
plus,
yes. Actually, and the beauty at South Texas College is that we have so many funding streams and so many resources. We just had our South Texas College Foundation established, actively established 2 years ago. And we've been able to create such synergy with our partners like Rio South Texas Education Foundation, who helped us so much in getting the seed money for our Valley Promise, Adult Promise programs that we can talk about in a bit. But and then the college itself, the board of trustees and the president said, you know what, we are going to invest dollars to these programs as well, some organizational dollars. So just with these pots of money that we've been bringing together, we've been able to expand and help more students to be able to get a higher education credential.
Put it on the calendar, by the way. Big fundraiser to help put some of the money into these piggy banks.
Yes.
The gala that's October
16th.
October
At the
16th.
Mission Event Center. We already have our sponsorship packages. Anyone who's wanting to participate, and our current partners that always are so great in supporting us will also be receiving that information.
It will be Thursday, October 16th
at the Mission Event
the
Center.
pretty
You're
Mission
welcome,
Event Center.
Fred's welcome.
Yeah.
Everybody's welcome.
Oh,
here.
anytime we get free food, that's when we shut up. Oh, it's not free. We got to put something
Well, a
in the
little
piggy bank.
bit, but
that's the whole idea. Raise some money.
But it's for our kids. So.
Yeah. The reason Freddie doesn't go to this, because if there's anything soccer related,
there you go.
Yeah, on the silent auction, there it goes.
Okay,
He's gonna
there
be
you
dumping
go.
all
We'll
his-
try to
all his
get
money
something
there.
for you, Fred.
Dr. Rodney Rodriguez, Vice President at South Texas College. You told me about 2 new programs,
Yes.
medical related, that are
Yes.
up and should be up and running soon.
Yes,
right?
our dental hygienist program and our surgical assistant technician program, which is a phenomenal. We have 10 medical programs right now. As you know, we are the highest producer of nurses in the state, producing over 500 nurses, which is incredible. And you know the shortage that we have here. So we partner very closely with our hospitals to see what those needs are. And these are 2 areas that we feel are going to be very beneficial for the medical industry.
Don't mean to put you on the spot, but at that number, at that rate, to be the leader in Texas producing the most nurses, are they staying local or are they going everywhere?
That's
Because
a great
the
question.
The demand is all across the
Great
state.
question. So even before our students graduate, there's recruiters ready to sign them up with sign-on bonuses, and we really invite our local hospitals, and they get the majority of them, but some do go because they get good offers from other communities.
Do you have a
So-
job fair for them, the nursing students, where all the other people show up under one roof? Okay,
Well,
what you got for me? What you got?
That's great. That's a great idea. But
Right.
really, because of the demand and because of the caliber of students we have, we don't even have to. They come to us and they recruit our students while they're in the program.
Great to hear. So it sounds to me like they're mostly staying here
Yes.
in the Valley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, South Texas Health Systems, DHR, those are incredible partners of ours that we really work very closely with. And we we're meeting that need. I mean, it's not where it needs to be, but we're making a dent.
If we could only copy paste
I
this
know.
program, right? I say
It'll
the
be
same thing
incredible.
of, like, for example, the technical training, career training at Edinburgh CISD, where they're training like welders to go to the port. They're training metal cutters to go to the port.
It's incredible.
thousands of
Yes.
jobs. It's amazing. to
But
think
you
about.
know what? It's our talent. Our students are incredibly talented. And we've been opening up the doors. I think we've been doing a great job. Everyone, all our partners, educational partners, have been opening up the door to change the trajectory of their lives. And I think that's what we're very much proud of at South Texas College.
At that education conversation a few days back, Dr. Guy Bailey saying he loves the work ethic. That's one
Right.
thing he really loves.
Absolutely.
Is our Huercos, our young people, our families, the
So
work ethic that
driven.
they have, which translates over to the families, the mom and dads who are working, and there is an adult promise program.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me about that, because
Yes.
people can go back to school, get
Absolutely.
certifications, train GD. All
So
that.
as you well know, we launched our Valley Promise program for our students. We exceeded broke record. We're at around 1,200 pledges for this fall semester for our
And
students.
describe Valley Promise. What is
Sure.
yeah.
So the Valley Promise program is where we approach high schools. We work with our high school partners to make sure that we engage our students when they're juniors, seniors, to make that promise to continue to go to college right after graduation. Because we know statistics show that if we lose them in the summer, the majority or the high percentage will not return to college because they get a job or they do something else. So we want to make sure that we get them right away. So it's a last dollar concept. And in other words, we apply all their financial aid, whatever resources they need after that, we cover. So it's a great, phenomenal program. We got our first 12 graduates from the first cohort 2 years ago that graduated. So we're super elated. But this is going to continue. And now we have 1,200 for the fall semester. So the adult promise is similar to that, but it's for our adult learners, our individuals that maybe didn't get a GED, they're working, they want to upskill, reskill, get a certificate, certification. They get their GED. We partner with Dr. King and the Possible Dream Foundation to be able to get those individuals a GED. Then that opens the floodgates for them to receive financial aid. They can get a certificate, certification, an associate's, continue on to a bachelor's, just changing the trajectory of their lives.
No, I can see, some very enterprising folks who have gotten knocked around in the school of hard knocks and finally can get that basic diploma and then go get the skills training necessary to get like a 6-figure job at the Port of Brownsville.
Absolutely.
Something like that.
Absolutely.
Diesel, mechanical repair, drive trucks, cut steel,
electrical,
plumbing, all those gigs.
HVAC.
There we go. And huge demand. It is amazing because somehow along the way in our country, we forgot to concentrate. We took our eye off the ball that we do need electricians and plumbers and HVAC and people to erect buildings, and we need all that. And that's why some of our high school kids are graduating.
And
with these skills.
with that, with retirees, all our electrical retirees, we don't have that funnel, and that's what we're trying to increase that base. You know how important. I have to call an HVAC because my air condition kind of went out. So I know I'm going to pay some good money, but I hope they're from South Texas College, so that'll be a great thing. So.
And of course, South Texas College, one of the few junior college colleges where you get a 4-year degree.
We do.
As well. How many do we have right now?
5 bachelor programs, 3 in medical,
okay,
information technology, and organizational leadership.
Are they working on more, setting up more?
Well, it would take a legislative effort, but yes, we've always wanted to get more, but definitely we're open to it. So as soon as that happens, we'll probably look into getting more.
Just curious, based on demand, but international trade and everything else.
Definitely.
Anything else before I let you go?
No, just we're really excited about continuing these great partnerships that we have. We have, one thing the Valley has are such supportive organizations, and everyone, the synergy for continuing education, for education programs, changing trajectory of the lives of our students, that I went through, you probably went through, everyone that had that difficulty. We're trying to make it easier for them to get a higher education, to get a great paying job and change that trajectory for themselves and their families.
It's a great equalizer. It's the equalizer. It's education, and South Texas College hitting it out of the park right now. Come and see me soon, Rodney.
I will. Yes, I love being here. So thank you for the invite.
The gala for South Texas College. Put it on the calendar. Call the college. Who do they call? Who do they speak with in case they want to be?
Definitely, they can call our external affairs department. That's with Miss Marcela Veas or Miss Olivia Tamez. But you know what? They can call me too, and I'll be more than happy to help them.
I want to speak with Rodney. Don't forget, doctor. It's Dr. Rodney to you.
Thank you. Well, I
want to speak with Dr. Rodney. Gala is October 16th. Let's put some money in the South Texas College endowment. Those funds necessary.
And the South Texas College Foundation has been amazing as well. The board members, we have a great group of board members. So, and the trustees, the president, everyone.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Sergio.
Dr. Rodney Rodriguez, Vice President, South Texas College.
You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Tuesday. Later on tonight at 8:35 is the pregame Astro launch. Astros game number 2 against the A's. Astros baseball on 710 KURV is made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and Mission Economic Development Corporation.
It takes one whiff. Everything on the menu seems to be calling out to you. Dish after dish looks so good that you just can't seem to make up your mind. Everything looks better than the last thing. It's almost mind-boggling, and that's the moment that you realize you are at the right place. Zen Asian Bistro. All you can eat. Sushi, all kinds, and always delicate, fresh, and delicious. Sushi and Chinese food all at the same place. Zen. Everything you want. Individually, custom, wok-fired, crispy General Chow chicken, and all of your favorite Chinese food like sizzling steak lo mein. It's an experience you'll absolutely love. Lunch and dinner, all you can eat at Zen. You don't have to decide on one thing because you get it all. Everything on the menu is yours for one low price. All you can eat. Bring everybody. With kids' meals at just $8.99, there's just no better option out there. Zen Asian Bistro. All you can eat. Unlimited, unforgettable, unapologetically affordable. Zen.
Payne Commercial and Fleet has work solutions ready to maximize productivity and economy for your business. Payne Commercial and Fleet offers sales and lease options, custom options, specialized maintenance plans, plus on-site appraisals. Come see our selection of Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Volkswagen, and Mitsubishi vehicles, including cars, trucks, SUVs, and heavy-duty trucks, vans, and cab chassis. We have what you want at PayneAutoGroup.com.
Locate to get us regardless. Pain management specialist Dr. Dennis Slavin on severe recurring headaches.
Headaches are very common, can have many different causes and range from being a nuisance to severely incapacitating, where the headaches are interfering with family, work, and enjoying life. If your headaches have become severe and occur 15 days or more a month, a new FDA treatment I have may help you. Botulinum toxin, or Botox, is now FDA approved for the treatment of migraine headaches. Botox is applied to specific target areas that have been mapped after years of research to be triggers of migraine headaches. This treatment is safe, office-based, and is covered by most insurances, including Medicare. Botox not only makes you look better, but now, in my office, in under 15 minutes, Botox can make you feel better. Patients are amazed by the pain relief. They wonder why they waited so long to be feeling better at last.
Learn more about feeling better at last by signing on to feelingbetteratLast.com or call Dr. Slavin 973-0565.
Later tonight, tune in for Houston Astros baseball as they visit the Oakland A's. First pitch at 9:05. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, Mission Economic Development Corporation, and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute. Astros last night showed off the leather.
There's a little pop-up down the left field line. Chasing it is Guillorme, and he dives, and he makes the unbelievable catch.
Wow,
what a play by Guillorme. Way down the left field line, and he speared it in midair.
Unfortunately, they need more of the bats as the Stros fell 3-1. They play again tonight at 9:05. The Rangers welcome in the Kansas City Royals and perennial All-Star Bobby Witt Jr. The Rangers are tops in the American League in pitching and second overall with a 3.14 team ERA, led by All-Star candidates Jacob deGrom, Nathan Eovaldi, and Tyler Mahle. The staff stayed hot this weekend, holding the White Sox to just 6 runs over the 3-game series, using primarily bullpen pitchers. Game time tonight for the 3-game series will be 7:05. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
Jalen Williams went off for a playoff career-high 40 to help the Thunder down the Pacers, now just a win away from an NBA title. Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton dealing with a calf injury, 0 for 6 from the field. He'll try to stave off elimination in Game 6 Thursday in Indy. In his first pitching outing in nearly 2 years, Shohei Ohtani gave up a run through just an inning of work, also drove into. The Dodgers beat the Padres. That's sports. I'm Ronza Moss.
Your 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast is going to be sunny and windy with a high of 96 to 103, clear overnight 79, and then windy with clouds and sunshine tomorrow 96 to 101. Thursday, sun and clouds gives way to spotty storms in the afternoon 90 to 94, rain and thunderstorms Friday 87, and then we're looking at more of those storms around Saturday. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jeff Nordine on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nordine. And we got temperatures in the mid to upper 70s across the valley right now. And much love to our weather supporters, Martin Farm and Ranch in Edinburgh and Rivera's Machinery on the Expressway in Dunn. Let's take a look at your border bridge wait times on Newstalk 710 KURV. You can find these at KURV.com. If I could get the mouse to work in the way that I need it to work, because it's not doing that. The mouse is not moving. Let's skip that for right now. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV. This is the Valley's Morning News for Tuesday. We got a check of your money coming up.
When it comes to livestock fencing, the folks at Martin Farm and Ranch believe that if you do it right, then you only do it once, which means by utilizing high-quality materials like Stay Tough fence products and Martin's expertise in fence building, you'll get exactly what you need to keep them in or keep them out. High-tensile wire like Stay Tough allows you to build your fence using less materials and labor. So for your next fence project, come see the fine folks at Martin Farm and Ranch Supply in Edinburgh. Just look for the horse.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the Cal at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Hi there, my name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters, and we'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
Hey, it's Matt, your Leaf Filter Trusted Pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC, McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. JP Morgan Chase is betting that a long list of new perks will keep affluent Americans hooked on its Sapphire Reserve card, despite a hefty bump in its annual fee, which will now be $795. The bank is touting a new redemption program that doubles the value of points used for select travel offers and a new $500 annual credit at its collection of hotels and resorts, among others. More restaurants are now reportedly including an 18% living wage fee on customers' bills. This charge helps cover payroll costs and provides staff with a steady fair wage instead of solely relying on tips. United Launch Alliance has scrubbed the second launch of Amazon's Project Kuiper satellites due to an issue with its rocket booster. The company said it will provide a new launch date at a later point. Futures are slightly lower as investors await the progress of the Israel-Iran conflict. Monday, the Dow Industrials gained 317, the NASDAQ up 294. That's Your Money Now.
Oil prices on the rise over worries about the Iran-Israel conflict escalating. Overnight, Brent crude futures went up around 34 cents or 0.5% to $73.57 a barrel. West Texas crude was up 29 cents or 0.4% to $72.06 a barrel. Both of them rose more than 2% during regular trading. The Trump Organization announcing a new wireless phone service called Trump Mobile. I thought this was a troll at first. The organization hopes the new service will rival providers like T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T. The service will cost customers, get this, $47.45 a month. They have a smartphone called the T1, which will cost $500, and it's going to launch in September. It looks to include a gold-colored metal case with an American flag on it. That's right. Get bigly coverage with Trump Mobile, that I can tell you. Wonderful golden connections across the globe. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV and AccuWeather this hour made possible by Martin Farm and Ranch in Edinburgh and Rivera's Machinery on the Expressway in Dana.
Your 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast is going to be sunny and windy with a high of 96 to 103, clear overnight 79, and then windy with clouds and sunshine tomorrow 96 to 101. Thursday, sun and clouds gives way to spotty storms in the afternoon 90 to 94, rain and thunderstorms Friday 87, and then we're looking at more of those storms around Saturday. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jeff Nordine on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nordine. We have temperatures inching ever so closely to 80. We're in the upper 70s right now. Thank you so much for tuning in, being a part of our community here of loyal listeners. The pulse of South Texas business. News Talk 710 KURV. And your home for tropical coverage 2025 in the event a tropical system were to threaten the valley. Trust 710 KURV to keep you informed during hurricane season. Tropical coverage 2025 made possible by McAfee Insurance, Lee's Pharmacy, and Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC. Headlines from Fox News coming up.
Spotlight on Your Health, brought to you by DHR Health.
Co-medical director for DHR Health Rehab Hospital, double board certified in physical medicine and rehabilitation. Dr. Francisco Cesati.
Physiatry is the specialty in medicine that focuses more so on function of a patient. Most specialties will focus on fixing a specific organ. In physiatry, you're looking at the whole body, you're looking at the whole person. For example, a stroke. You're going to have certain chronic conditions or sequela that you're going to have to deal with the long term. And that's where physiatry comes in. So physiatry will look at how to manage bowel or bladder complications after a stroke or a spinal cord injury, a traumatic brain injury, and deal with the deficits in ambulation or when you're moving around your upper extremities. How can we maximize your function at this point? It's all about how can we get you back to where you were before, or how can we create a new way of doing things for you so that you can remain independent. Acute Rehab Hospital in itself is a kind of a unique experience. You're looking both at the medical aspect of a patient and how they're recovering from that, as well as the functional aspect. So that means the rehab. There's technology available that's only available in an acute rehab hospital. And one of the reasons I joined DHR was because they're in the forefront of some of this technology that we use in the inpatient gyms. Most advanced technologies such as Serial G track, where you are able to start walking, essentially put the weight off of you, but you can still walk. The bottom line is, how can we stimulate your brain to try to bring back that function?
From the Rehab Hospital at DHR Health, Dr. Francisco Cesati, DHR Health.
This has been Spotlight on Your Health, brought to you by DHR Health. For you, for life.
When it comes to bad weather, being prepared is half the battle. The other half, leave it to Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC. Be prepared this hurricane season and don't let anything take the power away from you, not even the weather. It's never too early to prepare for hurricane season. At Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC, we want to help you stay ahead of the storm. Give us a call at 956-686-1353. That's 956-686-1353. Or visit callmightymike.com. We can help you come up with a plan. That's callmightymike.com. Mighty Mike to the rescue.
This is your news, weather, and talk station. News Talk 710, KURV, and KURV.com.
15 minutes to the top of the hour. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Tuesday. I'm Zach Cantu, and I'm joined by our... I keep forgetting the term for you, Freddie, because I want to say, yes, the producer, because you produce things. That's the term for you. Fred Cruz is the man, the outstanding brain that makes all of this run. And we got temperatures in the upper 70s across the valley right now. News the service of Jay Gonzalez, injury attorneys ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump left the G7 summit in Canada early, flying back to Washington overnight, he says, because of the Iran-Israel conflict.
The president says he'll be going to the Situation Room early this morning. The president brushing off the claim by French President Emmanuel Macron that he was cutting his G7 trip short because he wanted a ceasefire. The president says he's looking at more than just a ceasefire, adding he wants a real end to the fighting, a, quote, complete give-up by Iran.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Trump administration cuts to the National Institutes of Health grants focused on minority groups are ruled illegal by a federal judge in Massachusetts.
U.S. District Judge William Young, a Reagan appointee, questioned a Justice Department lawyer over how the administration could justify cutting funds that had been appropriated by Congress, saying that after 40 years on the bench, quote, I've never seen government racial discrimination like this.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. America's listening to Fox News.
It's 14 minutes to the top of the hour on News Talk 710 KURV. And happening around the Valley, 7 federal disaster recovery centers in the Valley changing their weekend hours. The centers will now open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays and be closed on Sundays. The change will not affect weekday hours, though the centers will not be open this Thursday due to Juneteenth. The centers are located in McAllen, Far, Weslaco, Harlingen, San Benito, Sebastian, and Rio Grande City. The boys soccer program at Progreso High School getting a slap on the wrist from the UIL. The organization's executive committee put the program on probation for 2 years yesterday following complaints about player eligibility. The boys team was kicked out of the playoffs and forced to forfeit all of last season's games after the UIL determined that an ineligible player was used. The boys soccer coach was also reprimanded by the UIL and handed a 3-game suspension. Officials are identifying a Katy man as the suspect accused of threatening Democrat lawmakers who attended the anti-Trump protest at the state capitol. A state trooper stopped Robert Bowers on Saturday afternoon for speeding on Highway 71. He's described as a far left-leaning man who wanted to harm people who disagreed with him politically. As a result of his credible threat, officials evacuated the Capitol and the surrounding grounds on Saturday afternoon. You're listening to News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Tuesday, and we have a check of weather, border bridge, sports, and more information you need to know coming up.
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you at mynewtractor.com. That's their website, mynewtractor.com. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
Home. For some, it's where the heart is.
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app, where local business matters.